Hey, good afternoon. This is Stormtracker 16 meteorologist John Hickey with you. It's Tuesday. Now, yesterday, Monday, excuse me, check that. What day is today? Today is Monday. Tomorrow's Tuesday. I'm sorry about that. Today's Monday. Yesterday, Sunday, we had what amounted to a whole bunch of active severe weather around these parts. And now, here on Monday, we are tracking our next round of potentially severe storms. There are no severe thunderstorm watches in effect as of 1:42 here on your Monday, but that might be changing. Getting some word now from the Storm Prediction Center that it is very likely that we're going to see a severe thunderstorm watch issued across eastern Pennsylvania at some point here for this afternoon. But I want to show you what's happening now. We are tracking a couple of storms that are starting to pop up, one across the northern tier, which has my eye, and there's another cell or a couple of cells that are starting to form across the Pocono. So we'll take you on a little radar tour here. We'll start you off with this one in eastern Bradford County. This is right along 706 east of Towanda, north of Laceyville. It has been showing some signs, at least, of some very broad rotation, but doesn't seem to be holding together now in some of these most recent scans. But certainly keeping our eyes on this particular cell. It's drifting east into western portions of Susquehanna County. So, this cell right now is over Lime Hill, Camptown, Stevensville, Rushville heads up. This cell is heading out in your general direction. Also heads up in western Susquehanna County, the Lawton area, Rush, East Rush. So this would be the area where our former photo journalist Mike Aratt, this is going to be up in his neck of the woods, so heads up to you, Mike, if you're watching this. Montrose, Fairdale, Dimmock, in South Montrose. This is all going to be in your general vicinity, this particular cell. Again, no severe thunderstorm watch or warning in effect as of right now. It is 1:44 on your Monday afternoon, but it is very likely that we're going to see severe thunderstorm watches issued a little bit later on today and potentially some severe thunderstorm warnings. But really wanted to show you this cell in particular because it has been showing some signs of some broad rotation. It doesn't seem to be holding together particularly well as of this writing. This is what we call velocity mode on the radar, and we're not seeing that couplet where the warm and cool colors are really close together. It's still pretty broad at this point, so no tornadic activity as we speak, but again, we'll be watching this as things develop this afternoon. That's the latest scan just coming in, and while that's where things get a little bit more interesting here, that's starting to show at least some broad rotation within that. I want to show you a couple other cells that we're keeping our eyes on. Again, this one in eastern Bradford County has our eye for the time being, but there are also some cells starting to pop up in southern portions of Monroe County, probably around the Broadheadsville area. The clouds are starting to really billow up. This one, not particularly what we call interesting in meteorological terms. It's not showing any kind of severe characteristics as we speak, but it's early in the ball game here. Things are going to be developing as the remainder of the afternoon goes on. I do want to show you a wide-angle view of what's happening too on satellite and radar, and we've got what amounts to this kind of ripple of atmospheric energy across western Pennsylvania that's kind of rippling its way east, and it's interacting with this very unstable air here at eastern Pennsylvania. What that means is we're going to be keeping our eyes on the potential for some severe thunderstorms to develop this afternoon. Again, no severe thunderstorm watches in effect as of yet, nor any warnings, but again, we do expect this to be kind of changing and evolving as the afternoon goes on. So Jeremy Lewan and myself are going to be here and the weather office all afternoon and evening, keeping our eyes on things for you just in case severe weather develops. Of course, yesterday, Sunday, very active. At least 3 tornadoes will be confirmed officially from the National Weather Service. And while we're not seeing anything in that way right now, of course, things may change as this afternoon goes on with the threat for not only just severe thunderstorms, but again, an isolated tornado or two can't be ruled out this afternoon. So again, meteorologist Jeremy Lewan and myself will be here with you every step of the way, keeping our eyes on things. So stay tuned for updates both on WNEP as well as throughout our social media channels as we keep you ahead of the storm all afternoon long. Take care, be safe.